Good morning and welcome back to the Morning Mindset. Kerry Green here. I am a retired pastor and brother in Christ, just here for only one reason. I'm here to help you get your mind aligned with the truth of God. The scriptures are full of God's truth. They've been given to us to help us align our lives with the will of God. The scriptures reveal God, they reveal His truth, they reveal the truth about us as believers in Jesus Christ. And that is really a big focus of this morning mindset. We want to understand who we really are. Not who the world tries to convince us we are, not who our past and our experiences try to convince us that we are. We want to set those things aside in favor of who God says we are. Do you know why that's so important? It's important because God does not lie. And God does not have any sense of being fooled or manipulated. He knows the reality of who we are, and He knows it very intimately because He has determined who we are. Stop and think about that for a moment. God, as our Creator, is the one who gave us the personality we have. He's the one who has given us the experiences that we have had. And as Romans 8, verse 28, which we'll get to probably in a month or so at this rate, Romans 8:28 tells us, God works all things together for the good of those who love Him and who are called according to His purpose. My brother, my sister, that is you. And my point is this: God is the one who knows the truth about you. And so doesn't it make sense for you to listen to what He says and to learn how to believe it and accept it? That is one of the most transformational concepts you can ever embrace in your life, is that God, being God, knows and reveals truth to you. And the more you can adapt that truth into your life, the more you can embrace it and set your belief system around it, the more you're going to live a life like He desires. In Romans chapter 6, Paul says that is setting your mind on the things of the Spirit, the things the Spirit of God is trying to communicate to you in one sense, or in one context rather, about yourself. It is the Spirit of God who does that within your soul. But we need the scriptures to inform us about what that truth is. I spoke last episode about this conflict that we feel between our emotions and the truth of God. We've had lots of experience in this life that convinces us of things that are true about us. Negative feelings about ourselves, condemning feelings about ourselves, doubtful feelings about ourselves. And if we were left to ourselves, which thank God we haven't been, but if we were, we would have every reason in the world to believe all of those things that we feel are true about us in a negative sense. But we have not been left to ourselves. God Himself has injected Himself into the story. That's what Christmas and Easter are all about. They are the holidays we have set aside to celebrate what God has done to not leave us to ourselves. He has come into our story and He has redeemed us from the power and consequences of sin. And He has made us new creations. And the scriptures try to communicate to us those new creations. And we need to open our minds up to it. We need to push aside the feelings of guilt and doubt and self-depreciation and all of those things in favor of what God says about us. And as we embrace those truths, my friends, we begin to see that in fact it is true, because deep within our hearts, we do have a desire to do the will of God. We do have a desire to be that person that He's called us to be. You see, our hopes and our aspirations are echoes. They are reflections of what God has made us to be. My friends, embrace the truth today. Jesus said, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. I'm praying that today you will experience even just a little taste of that freedom He has in store for you.